Hello, James here. Well, I want to talk about Trump versus Biden for president. It's really like naked and afraid. Trump will take on any question, answer anything, go toe to toe with any political pundit or anyone from the media. While Biden creeps away and won't answer a question. Biden's afraid. Trump is doing rallies, he's getting back out there doing his thing. Biden has a rally, no one shows up, no one's invited. He reads from a teleprompter, and that's it. No enthusiasm. Trump's got the ball in his park. I'll tell you, either you like Trump or you don't like Trump. You gotta say, people show up. People have rallies around the country, flotillas, rallies everywhere. I see trucks driving around here, the flags, Trump, and 90% of the houses around here have Biden or Harris signs. But Trump supporters are the ones that don't answer the phone. I don't answer the phone. I see the numbers are from Washington, 202. I see their pollsters. I don't answer the phone. Because if you don't answer the question the way they want, they consider you a Democrat. So that's why the polls don't mean anything. It happened in 2016. Polls mean nothing. I believe Trump's going to win big time because Biden is such an old shoe. He's a swamp creature, man, 100%. 47 years in Washington and became a multi-millionaire. How the heck does one do that in public service? How do you do that? I'd like to know. 47 years of public service, he's a multi-millionaire, worth close to 20 million. How? How does that happen when you make 167,000 a year, whatever the heck it is? How do you do it? I don't get it. Well, now we know. Hunter Biden seems to be the guy. The cash maker for the family, obviously using connections through dad. Well, we're finding more about that coming out, but this election is so different. These guys are so different. Trump is truly for the American worker. Biden is just for unions. Oh, it's commercial. We're gonna raise your salary $15,000 a year. No, it's never gonna happen. He's gonna create 18 million jobs. New Green Deal jobs. How? Renewable energy cannot replace fossil fuels anytime soon because renewable energies cannot make enough energy to sustain the current needs we have now, much less the future. They can't do it. They don't make enough energy because we have a thing called winter, so solar panels don't work. But they don't tell you the truth. They just lie to you. Oh, the fossil fuels are evil. You know, lithium batteries that are used in cars like Tesla are bad because they have to be mined out of the ground and cause massive death to animals and destroy the lands where they get the lithium from. It's only in certain places in the world. It's not, you just can't get lithium. It's mined. In the process, and mining creates all this waste, toxic waste. It's killing animals and destroying the environment all over. So the new Green Deal thing that Joe Biden is pushing is not going to happen. And plus, all the panels are made in China. Okay, so to create Trump, Obama tried this, when he was president, the solar panel thing. It was a big scam. Wasted $50 billion, and the company went bankrupt. It's all, Democratic supporters. Trump wants to continue. We're the #1 producer of fossil fuels in the world right now. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I just want to get that in. So we have a big problem here. They're two different. Biden wants to raise taxes. Trump wants to cut taxes. Biden wants to flip the Trump taxes, raise the highest tax rate to 39%, and raise the highest corporate tax to 29% from 21%. Well, he thinks he's going to generate all this money. Well, you got to remember this. We got a pandemic going on. So raising taxes during a pandemic is like cutting your finger off because you have a paper cut. It's so stupid. It makes no sense. You're never going to generate the amount of revenue that they tell you. It's not going to happen. It's going to stall the economy. It's going to stall because there's no money. And then you want to raise taxes on, there's probably going to be a payroll tax added too. Just what you don't need, payroll tax. He wants to tax transaction taxes on stocks and bonds. So that it creates a whole other issue. People aren't going to invest. Then your 401k, where they make money from transactions by buying and selling. So there's always going to be taxes on that. So if money comes into your pension, you get taxed. So if you sell a stock, you're going to get taxed. If you get a dividend, you're going to get it. There's going to be a transaction tax on the dividend plus the regular tax. It makes no sense. And he wants to, you know, going to be raised the death tax. They're going to have this tax. Probably be a national sales tax because they can't generate enough money to support the socialist programs. You got to understand, they need money to support the programs. So they're going to try and attack the rich. There's only so many rich, okay? There's only 17,000 one percenters. 17,000 out of 330 million. And they lost a lot of money too. Yeah, there's certain people that made money, you know, the Bezos and the Gates and people like that, because they own the stock. But a lot of other people, they make money. Like in New Jersey, they just raised, they put a wealth tax on. So the highest tax rate in New Jersey is 10.75%. So if you get 39% from the federal government, you're paying 50% of your income is in taxation, not counting your property taxes. Okay, so it gets pretty tough. That's why people are leaving New Jersey, New York, and California and Illinois is going to Florida and Texas, among the places, because of the lower tax rate. So what this will create, if you're going to raise all these taxes, people are going to say, why am I paying over 50% of my income? It's going to be even worse in California. They want to have a whole other tax there too. But Biden's all for taxes. His whole plan is tax. You make money, you're evil. He's for the worker. We're going to create all these jobs. You're not going to create jobs. So you're going to destroy the fossil fuel industry, the oil industry, and create green jobs. How? How do you create green jobs? The government's job is to give incentive to create jobs, not create jobs themselves. This is not 1930. The country is coming back slowly. Once we get a vaccination, this will all be gone. But if you're going to raise taxes, you're going to stall the economy. They want to be like the UK. Biden's plan is to be like the UK, like the European Union, where over taxation and over regulation creates stagnation. Those countries, the EU makes no money. They're all broke. They have no GDP. They have zero GDP growth for the last 5 years. Why we're a vibrant GDP, they've been flat because they overtax. There's no money left over. People are taxed at a minimum of 50%. The price of fuel in Europe is like $7-8 a gallon. So after all this taxation, for the high taxation is for the electricity and the new Green Deal stuff that they're doing there, and it creates such a problem for the consumer. Our economy is consumer driven. In Europe, it's just there's no economy because people are broke. So you know that's what Biden wants to do. Trump just wants to cut taxes and regulation, and it's worked so far. If there was no COVID-19 this year, Trump would be an easy win. There's no way Biden or anyone can touch him. But because of the pandemic, let Biden go up. But Biden is such an old shoe. Ay, man. Grandpa is tired all the time. Every time you see him, it looks like he's ready to fall asleep. Trump is just being Trump. You know, I've lived in the New York area my whole life. I've been to Trump Tower many times. Trump is Trump, man. What you see is what you get. You know what you're getting. And that's why. And then you see the media. You know, I saw on Bloomberg this morning that they said Trump's voters are mostly uneducated white people. What the hell kind of statement is that to me? This is why it pisses all these people off, and they vote for Trump, and they make dumb statements like this. Like Hillary Clinton called Trump supporters deplorables. Now Bloomberg's calling everybody who votes for Trump uneducated. It's not true, man. It's not true. This is why there's a problem. There's a big, you know, the media just forces everybody to split. You know, if you watch the town halls, NBC smashed on Trump, and ABC just gave fluff questions to Joe Biden. It's just what they do. They don't want Trump to win. And Trump's going to win. I'm telling you, Trump's going to win the landslide, like it or not. It's just how it's going to be. Trump's support is so large from unknown people that just don't say anything. Because I've seen signs, people put signs out, Trump, and they get torn up. What the heck kind of crap is that? During Obama time, nobody went out there destroying Obama because he was black and he was a progressive. No one cared. You win, you lose. And that's how politics work. But now it's such a cutthroat thing. It's terrible. If you support Trump and you wear a hat that says "Make America Great," people attack you. What the hell kind of crap is that? People don't attack somebody wearing a Biden shirt. I never saw that happen. Have you? Have you seen that happen? It's alright that people can wear Black Lives Matter shirts to work, but if you wear a Trump shirt, You can't do it. They tell you to go home. This is what we've become. It's really sad. And the media driven, and Trump, like I said, it's naked and afraid. Trump is not, he doesn't care. Biden is just so afraid of everything. He's sheltered. Biden is sheltered from the storm. He's sheltered from the people. He won't answer a question. When people ask a question, like some black guy asked a question last night, and he just answered some stupid question. Oh yeah, I know John Lewis. That has nothing to do with anything. What does that have to do with what you're going to do? You know, we play the black card too much, but the Latino is the big card, the big minority card, and guess what? They're all going towards Trump because they're more conservative. Okay? You don't hear Latinos complaining about work because they always work. Everybody's cutting grass, working in the delis, working in the pizzerias, wherever, in the restaurants. They'll do anything. They just want to work. And that's the difference. And as long as the economy is good, all these people work. People are still cutting the grass. That's the difference between Latino and blacks. I mean, there's a big problem here. And there's a big disconnect. Everything's been black, 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 black. But the Latinos have been left out to dry. The Democrat Party just threw them aside, and they figured that because Trump said something about Mexico, 5 years ago, that all Latinos hate Trump. It's not true. Not true, man. Not true. Wait till you see what happens. More to come. Be safe.